Recording. All right, everybody, welcome to Team Is Growth Epic Change Team Call. Tonight, welcome you all. We got people jumping on here. Laura is in Hawaii on the call. Woo! I said, you know, if you have time to come in from the sand, that's fine. If not, I did not expect you to be on. Tell you the truth.
Yeah, you gave me a guilt trip.
No, I didn't. Come on. I said we might see you. I thought that was pretty punny, but you know, SEA, see you. Okay.
It was very witty.
Yeah.
Very witty.
Well, welcome you guys, and you know, I'm so excited tonight to have Lauren Dugas with us. She lives in let's see. No, you're not in Lafayette. No, you're in Jeanneret. Wait, no, is it?
That's right.
Jeanneret, Louisiana. Now, where is that? Is that? You told me once. You said it was close to New Orleans.
It is. It's about an hour and a half from New Orleans.
Gosh, one of my favorite places. Hi. One of my favorite places to be is New Orleans. So I'm making a trip down there to see Lauren next year. She goes and she does these crab boils, like in her backyard. So I can't wait. Hey, Jessica. But anyway, I'm so happy to have you tonight to talk about how you bust out of your comfort zone. Because I know I even struggle with that sometimes as a coach who's been around for a year and a half, you know. It's great to know where somebody comes from, and your personal experience is something we can all benefit from. So we'll jump into that pretty quickly. I don't really have any major announcements or anything. It's the 10th. So I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody real quick. Sorry, guys. I should have done that. I'm just going to mute, and then we'll continue. Hold on. All right. We're at the 10th of the month, so we've still got a few days to try to achieve Success Club by the middle of the month. That's always a nice thing to do. So then you're not, struggling and worrying through the rest of the month. As Anita said, I hope you guys got to be on that team call with Casey Lawrence, where she talked about challenge groups. That was excellent and really gave us some new and energized ideas, at least for me, about how to run our groups. You know how we all have those crickets and those people that just come in for 4 days and then you don't hear from them again in your challenge groups. But she gave some really great ideas on how to energize the groups and some ideas with that. And so if you haven't seen it yet, definitely go and check it out. Super good call. But Anita shared that September, you guys should be able to achieve Success Club, I wouldn't say fairly easily, but you should have people out there wanting to jump in some goals since school has just started, and so they're open to it. They're open to the idea of a workout program and a challenge group. October is going to be a little more hard. November, December, January, February, March, April are all our pretty busy months because people are don't want to drive to the gym in the snow, so they really want a plan and New Year's resolutions and all that important stuff. So try to achieve Success Club by the 15th. It's a good idea. And you guys got that. You guys are awesome. As far as anything else that I have to say tonight, not really. Other than the call with Anita, that's really it. Just continue to build the relationships with people. That's key. When you're sharing, we're doing our new Coach Basics right now, and I know some of you are in it. Well, we're all in it, but some of you are new coaches. When you're sharing on your newsfeed, make sure that you're sharing your story, because facts tell, but stories, they are what people follow. Your story, your why. I know we're working on that. We're working on developing our whys. So important that you guys, write that down. Wrap your head around your why for being a coach, because that's going to be a story you're going to be able to tell in your posts. And your posts are going to inspire people to follow you and eventually reach out to you when the time comes for a program. There are people watching you that you have no idea they're even seeing you, they see you. You don't know, but they're watching you every day. They may not comment, they may not like your posts, but they see you. And you just have to be consistent with your posts, and you have to share yourself. You don't have to sell this. It's, like the Simon Sinek video in our basic group today is super important about your why. Okay, so I want you guys to really work on your why. If I had any homework for you guys or an assignment, I would have you write your whys down and then maybe share that with your upline sponsor so that, you have some accountability on figuring out your why. All right? So that is what I would like for you guys to do this week. That being said, I'm going to introduce Lauren because I just want to jump on in. She's got some great things to share with us tonight. I'm so happy to have her. She is just the sweetest. She's got just girl. She exudes enthusiasm through her posts. She is funny. She is generous, and she's always there to help somebody on our larger team. I met Lauren just through our TIE page, the Inspire Empire page, as a new coach. And she is an Emerald coach. Her team is, I'm sorry, Lauren, what's your team? I'm going to unmute you. I don't have my notes in front of me, and that is my bad. There you are. And your team's name is?
Team Fab Fitness.
Yes, Team Fab Fitness. I remember Lauren busted out of the scene. I think in her second month, she achieved SC22. And then Anita had her on an opportunity call for our TIE opportunity call, and I was like, oh my gosh, that girl is cool. So I really wanted her to come on tonight and just and talk about how she busted out of her comfort zone, because she's been really trying very diligently this past couple months to do that. And I've watched her on her page, and I've been really impressed. And I wanted her to talk to you guys about, what it was that made her realize she needed to make this change, and kind of the steps that she took to do it. Because, we can always use somebody to look up to. We can always have somebody to inspire us, and know that we all struggle with our comfort zones in this business. It's easy to share a program link, and it's really easy to share a Beachbody stock picture, but it's a totally other thing to post your workout, and it's another thing to post your journey, the struggles, even the struggles too, even with the good stuff, right? The struggles, because it's your vulnerability that's going to inspire people to be on your team, and B, to trust you to help them with your journey. So I'm going to turn it over to Lauren here, and I'm going to let her, she's going to screen share. I'm going to do speaker view so that I can have her on. Let's go. There she is.
Okay, you can see me?
Yeah, you're right in the middle.
Okay. Well, I just want to thank you for this opportunity. I'm about to cry. When you asked me to be on this call, I was in my car about to go teach dancing, and so thank you for this opportunity. And I want all your coaches to know what they have. You're just an awesome person. Mona always helps me, no matter how busy she is. She, if I reach out to her, she helps me. So you should all be blessed to be on Mona's team. So a little bit about myself. I'm 24. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm married, and I have one little girl. I do teach dancing, and that's the only thing I've done my whole entire life. I don't really have this, amazing story like so many of these coaches do. And so that was a big part of, trying, what am I going to say? What am I going to post? We'll talk about that later. But I became well, before that, I was just a challenger. I just signed up to be a challenger with Anita 6 months after I had my little girl. And it's funny because I was in a boot camp. I've always been into health and fitness, and I was actually in a boot camp that I hated so much that when I got pregnant, I was like, yes, I can totally quit this and just eat whatever I want. And so that's exactly what I did. I quit the boot camp and I got married 2 weeks later, and I just, ate whatever I wanted. And that was so not like me because my dad has diabetes, and he, struggles every day with that. And so we've always eaten healthy, and I've always made it a point to eat healthy around him. And so I actually, had a diabetes scare when I was pregnant. I had to do the blood, I did the glucose testing. I had to go back and do it again. And so that just really freaked me out. And also when I was in college, I was taking a lot of health and wellness classes. And I realized in those classes that the food industry sucks. And it is so disgusting what they put in the food. And so I watched 2 documentaries, and I feel like everyone should watch them. It's called Food Inc. and Food Matters. And those 2 things, besides Beachbody, completely changed the way I think about food and what I put into my mouth, my daughter's mouth, and my husband. He eats fried chicken, whatever, all the time. So I'm not worried about him. But so that's kind of where it started. My dad with diabetes. My grandma actually has it too. So it runs in the family. And so I don't know if I'm ever going to get it. But, we're trying to avoid that. I signed up to be a Beachbody coach because I needed to hold myself accountable. I got these awesome results, and I knew that I was going to stop there, and I didn't want to stop there. And so I signed up to be a Beachbody coach, and that was the first huge step I've ever made. So that was the first time I stepped out of my comfort zone ever. I went to college, I graduated, I had a baby pretty much all at the same time, and I didn't want to just stop there. I wanted to do something else that would give me purpose, give me a passion, give me something to do besides change diapers and all this, because let's face it, that, Ella's a blessing, but sometimes you just need something else. So this 30 minutes a day and this, it gives me that satisfaction. So I didn't realize the opportunity that this company had actually until after I signed up. I just kind of just did it just for what I just said, just to, have something more. And so this opportunity is real. And so that's what, I'm going to talk about in my little cool PowerPoint I made today. That took me like 5 hours because I was like, what am I going to talk about? So, okay, I'm going to screen share now. Okay, screen share. Here it is. Can you all see it? Yes? Okay. I'm just going to leave it like this because it's easier just to, move around. So how to break through your comfort zone. Lindy's on the call. She's the only one on here that knew me in high school and knew me in the past. And so I'm going to tell you about that girl that I used to be. So some of you are going to be like, this girl's nuts. Like she was totally antisocial. So I would not order my food at restaurants, okay? I would literally like tell whoever I was with what I wanted, and I would go to the bathroom. Like, this is nuts. This is so embarrassing. I would go to the bathroom and they would order it for me. Okay, I did not like to be in large crowds. in high school, if I had to give a presentation, I would just take the lower grade. I would not do the presentation. I would like tell my teacher that I just wasn't doing it. And that really happened my senior year in Miss Emmy Dupree's class. I told her I was not doing the presentation because I'm not talking in front of people. And look what I'm doing right now. I would not, make my own phone calls. I would bother my husband in the middle of the day to call whatever. I'd make my mom do it. Just totally nuts, okay? And that's okay. And I realize that now, that it was totally selfish of me to make my husband stop what he was doing in the middle of the day to call the TV people because the bill was too high. I don't know. But I would do things like that. So this quote, I found it the other day and it really stuck out to me. So I'm going to share with you. Life begins at the end of your comfort zone. And that could not be more true. Okay. I feel like a brand new person. And I just feel like totally awesome, because I'm such an awesome person. I'm kidding. Not really. Why is it not? Okay. There we go. Okay. So my very first question to myself when I signed up to be a Beachbody coach, because I saw, how Anita was posting and I saw how all these other coaches were posting, and I was like, I really just cannot do this. I don't think I can post like that. I don't think I can, take selfies of myself and post them. And, if you went back to my Facebook 9 months ago, you would see that I didn't really post anything. My Facebook was silent. I would post maybe a few pictures of Ella, and I'm going to close my office door real quick because my husband just got home with our little minion. Okay. I would post, just 1 or 2 pictures of Ella, whatever. So I was really worried about what people would think of me and all my selfies and all my posts. And all I can say to that is just do it. People are gonna, if you're a newer coach and you just one day start posting like I did, people, your friends will text you. They texted me like, what are you? Are you a personal trainer now? Asking me all these questions. But you need to know that this opportunity is real. And when I realized that this opportunity was real, and the success that you can have if you put yourself out there, that is when I said F it and just went for it. I started doing videos of myself working out, selfies, just everything. And that is actually the month I hit Success Club 22. Anita actually messaged me and she was like, you aren't, posting such and such and such. And I was like, you are right. And so when I made that switch to just say, screw it and screw what people think, that is when I hit Success Club 22, and I've hit it ever since. I'm going to be a Success Club 5 All-Star pretty soon because I'm coming up on a year. So the only way to succeed, and I mean, not really, but kind of really, yeah. The only way to succeed in this business is to put yourself out there, yourself, you. People want to see you. I've lost a lot of followers, a lot of friends, and, who cares? I posted a video the other day basically saying, who cares what people think? You should not really care what people think, and that is what holds you back. That is what was holding me back, what people were going to think about me. And honestly, now, the only people I care really that think about, that what they think about me, I can't speak, is my husband and my little girl, because I have to live with them and they have to live with me. And so the decisions I make will affect them. But other than that, I don't care what other people think. My dad comes in here all the time and he's like, Facebook sucks. You should not be on Facebook. You post on Facebook too much. People tell. And I'm like, I don't care. I don't care what you think. So, I mean, if you aren't harming anybody or harming yourself, you should not care. Okay, so I really want to talk about this book because this book completely changed the way I thought about myself. I was reading The Compound Effect, and I was just not getting into it. That's not where I was at that point. I really believe you should find a personal development book that will help you with whatever you're struggling with at the time. And although The Compound Effect is an awesome book, and I did read it after, I switched to this book, You Are a Badass, and it just completely changed, the title, How to Stop Doubting Your Greatness and Start Living an Awesome Life. That is exactly what this book did for me. That is exactly what happened. It was the first personal development book I ever finished. It should say finished, not picked up. And, if you're doubting this opportunity, if you're doubting yourself, you really need to pick it up. It makes you understand yourself better, why we think certain ways, why we are the way we are. And most importantly, it says love yourself. I don't know how many times throughout the book. Love yourself, that one sentence. And so, it really makes you love yourself and just know that you're awesome and that you are badass, because you are. And you really do have control of your life. I mean, I don't know what else to say about that. That book was great, and I think I might read it again. But I suggest you all pick it up and read it if you have not. So, say yes to things that make you uncomfortable. These are just, not if somebody's asking you to smoke marijuana. Don't do that. But if, Anita asked me to be on her call in January, she asked me 3 hours before the call, okay, to speak on the Inspire Empire call. And it was my second month as a coach, and I think I might have crapped my pants. I don't know. But, yeah, I just said yes. I just said yes, and I just did it. I went in with no notes, no cute little PowerPoint like this, and I just did it. And so that helps me, I was totally out of my comfort zone. I said it at the beginning of the call, when Mona asked me to be on this call, I almost said no, because I was like, Mona Brown is asking me to speak on her call? No. But I said yes, and just so you all know, between you and us, this is very uncomfortable for me. I'm just going to be honest. But as coaches, we have to just, I feel like I'm setting a great example for my team that's on tonight. Because some of them know that I was very shy and antisocial, like I said. So I just said yes, and I did it. This next one, becoming a certified in PIO, that was totally out of my comfort zone. I did that so that, I could gain a little more trust with my challengers and my clients to know that I'm certified in a Beachbody program. Not saying you have to do that, but it was certainly a great experience and something I love to do now. I love to teach it. But I got in my car by myself, and I drove to Houma, Louisiana. And I sat in a room full of people I did not know, and I got certified, and that was totally out of my comfort zone. I used to dance. I still dance. I teach dance, but I used to dance a lot when I was younger, and we would go to these conventions, all over the place, and we would compete. And the girl on stage, me, with my, other dancers, was totally different than the girl that was standing in class with all these people, because I was so intimidated by all these other girls, even though I'm just going to toot my own horn. I was just as good, if not better, than some of them. But you could find me in the back, like acting like I didn't know what I was doing because I was so intimidated about being around all these people I did not know. And so going to HOMA and getting certified and just doing my thing, you know, that was totally out of my comfort zone. And now I teach PIO once a week, and it's so much fun, again, with ladies that I don't know. I have to stand up and introduce myself and speak to them, which is crazy. So yes, this is a good one. Let go of your past. And what I mean by that is let go of the person you were and focus on the person you want to become, or the person you are becoming, or the person you have become. So for me, that girl, I call her that girl because she sucked, didn't want to talk to anybody, didn't want to make new friends, didn't want to, take opportunities and take risk. And so I'm going to totally forget about her and just telling her bye, Felicia. I don't know. But I'm totally focusing on the person I'm becoming. And I think that's really important. The next one, if something makes you uncomfortable, then you have to think about why it's making you feel that way. So why was posting so much and posting selfies making me so uncomfortable? Well, it goes back to worrying about what other people think of you, or what other people are going to think of you, and just letting that go. Because I was putting all that in my own head. I mean, I'm sure people, talk about me. I'm sure they've deleted me. I'm sure they roll their eyes when they see my posts. But to know that I don't care anymore is, it just blows me away, because if someone was ever mean to me a couple months ago, I probably would have cried. And now I would probably just say, okay, I don't care. So know that you are your own worst enemy. Like, you are telling yourself, if you are telling yourself, so-and-so is going to say this about me, or people are going to think this about me, then you're putting that into your own head. And while they might be saying that about you, again, who cares? So just know that this is real. This is a real opportunity, because once you see what you can do with this, you will say, I don't care. I'm going to do it. Okay. And this is my last slide. And I found this on the internet. I'm not even going to lie. I found this on the internet, but I want to give an example. And it's not Beachbody related, actually. So it says, most of the greatest lessons in life are learned by taking risk and living outside of your comfort zone. And that is just so true. I can't tell you how good it feels to just be myself. It's just such a great feeling to just wake up in the morning and just post whatever I'm thinking and just walk away and just really not even care. Know that you can't change people, places, or things, but you can change the way you respond to these things. So basically, if someone, came to me, and which they did a couple of months ago, and told me that Beachbody was all I talked about on Facebook, and that, my form was off in my videos. That was the best one. My form was off in my videos, and how could I possibly be teaching PIO when my form is so terrible? Okay, so I did cry when they did that to me, but that was like the old me. I did cry a lot. But now I would probably be like, why are you talking to me right now? Like, I have the confidence and the power to just accept it. And I just totally forgot what I was going to say. Oh, now those people are drinking Shakeology, and they did not buy it through me. So yeah, that's basically all I have for you. But the main thing I want you to get out of this is that you cannot care what people think about you. If you really want to succeed and you really want, people to know the real you, then you've got to share, and you've got to just step out of your comfort zone, and you've got to do things that make you uncomfortable. You just got to do it. And so since I have been, sharing, I've just recently started sharing, bits and pieces of my story about, anxiety and depression and little things. And I also want you to understand that there's a way to share your story without sharing your whole story, if that makes sense. Like, I don't feel that you're going to know, because I'm about to tell you that I used to cry in the bathtub a lot when I was, just overwhelmed and, feeling depressed. But I don't think that people need to know that I cried in the bathtub almost every night. But they can know that I had anxiety and that I had depression and that I'm overcoming it. Okay, so there's ways to tell your story without, some people don't feel comfortable with sharing those details. Like, I wouldn't be like, cried in the bathtub every single night and stuff like that. So, okay, Mona.
Turn off the screen share and we'll go back
Oh,
to the page.
okay.
That's okay. Great. Thank you. You rock. Oops. Your story is just, it's inspiring to know that somebody can, what's going on with my voice? Am I feeding back? Am I okay? Okay. It's inspiring to know that somebody can come, from a place of that fear, Lauren, and of that anxiety that you talk about, that you shared with us, and can go on to be a successful coach like you've become. And it says a lot for your determination. And it does say a lot for how you feel that this is a real business, that this is a real opportunity, right? That you want to share with everybody. And at this point, you're like, I don't care because I got to share it, right? So, okay, so I just have a couple questions. So as a new coach, what would you say to somebody who's like worried about personally messaging people for the, reaching out to people for your power hour?
Okay, yeah. You switched me back.
What?
You switched me. They can see me now? Okay.
Everybody's confused.
Yeah, so I wasn't doing that at the beginning. That's another thing. I was not doing that at the beginning. And while I did hit Success Club every month, some months I was like, what am I going to do? And all I can say is just do it. Again, one day I was, I don't really know. I know I was cooking in the kitchen, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to start messaging people right now. And that's what I did. And I got an amazing response. Now, some people are going to ignore you like for the rest of your life, and that's just annoying. But you'd be amazed at how many people are like, I'm interested. People don't want to reach out to you for some reason. I don't know. I never understood that. They just don't want to. And I've never really had anybody be ugly to me. Honestly, I don't know. Some people tell me that people are just rude. I've never had that. People tell me no. But most of the time people are really nice about telling me no. And you just started a conversation with them. And I don't know if you guys remember that call where, I don't know who was on, but they're going to remember if they ever want to start a health and fitness journey, they're going to remember you because you messaged them. But if you aren't doing that, you really should. I mean, people are either going to tell you no, ignore you, or they're going to answer you and they're going to give you their email. So that's what I have to say about that. But I was not doing that. I wasn't sending. I send 10 a day now. Last month I did 20 because it was the cup. But I do, my to-do list is right here. I add 10 people a day. I invite 10 and I do 10 follow-ups. every single day. And, you know, my success is slow because that's just how I set it up. My goals are very spread apart, if that makes sense. So I don't become overwhelmed, because I'm going to tell you guys, I'm still on anxiety medicine, but I'm on like the very low dose. I become overwhelmed very easily. So I still do have to be on medicine too. You know, it's for OCD. I was very OCD, and that was really weird. After I had Ella, like my hormones just like freaked out, and I became OCD. I don't know. But yeah, that was like totally off subject. But yeah, if you aren't doing that, you definitely need to do it. I mean, it really can't hurt anything. Oh, some people deleted me too, but that's okay, because for every body that unfriends me or unfollows me, I add like 5 more that day, if that makes sense. So
you do that every morning in your power hour. You do 10 and 10?
10, 10, and 10, yeah.
That's great. That's great. Well, doing that over and over will definitely get you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Well, Lauren, I just really appreciate your openness and your, you know, the way you were vulnerable with us and the way you were honest and just, you know, shared how, while we have to care about the people that are in this journey with us, we can't be consumed about the fear of that person out there that we don't even know what they're doing or how, if they're judging, like you said, rolling the eyes, or what we don't know. And we can't say that for them. This is our journey. So we have to, you know, have courage and know that we're doing all we can do, and by inspiring people every day to just be better, to be healthy, to be fit, to be happy, and whatever we can do as coaches to promulgate that, that's great. And we can't worry about what people think, because we really don't know what they think unless they tell us. And that doesn't happen very often, but it's a fear that seems, it's irrational, but it's there, it's real. Right? So thank you for sharing that with us. I think that was very, very important for all of us to hear, especially new coaches and even me. There are times when it's a day and I'm like, oh gosh, I need to message 10 more people. And I'm kind of like, feel that way too. I think that's very common. So to know you're sitting there doing it, well, I'm gonna message you and be like, I did it. Lauren's the one who got me trying to get out of bed at 5:30 in the morning. So yeah, I'm working on it.
Not me.
So, all right. Does anybody have any thoughts on the subject that we're talking about, where it's talk about fear? Do you have any comments on how you feel about that, or what you've done to overcome the way you manage your day when it comes to worrying about, thoughts on the irrational fears of what people think? I've opened up everyone's mics. Yes, I have. Oh, that's an interesting sound. All right.
Go to bed.
Go to bed?
Gosh, that was my husband. I forgot I'm on mute.
Oh my God.
We're yelling at our 3-year-old to go to bed.
Oh, I thought it was telling you.
I know, right?
No, Meredith drank her E&E at 8 o'clock at night. She's not going to bed anytime soon.
She's going to go do an extra workout. Or some great papers. All right. Well, we can go ahead and we got to take a picture. Okay.
Oh, it's horrible.
No, y'all look all pretty. Every one of you looks good. I'm always looking down at the keys. I'm always like, that's the picture. So you guys can use this, for your post tonight, of course. What is that sound? All right. I'm going to say, I love coaching. Here you go. All right, one more. All right, you guys rock. All right. Hey, Lauren, thank you so much. I'm so glad you got on. And, we will see you on the Big Team page. In the meantime, thanks for your coaches who got on too. Which one is that? Is it
Christine and Lindy are my coaches.
Very cool. Hi, guys. Oh,
Hi.
video. I saw your video on Anita's basic group. That was really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, good job. Very good.
Thank you.
Those videos will take you out of your comfort zone. You're doing it. Good. Proud of all of you. All right. Well, go rock out the rest of the week and try to hit Success Club on the 15th so you don't have to struggle. And we will see you guys next Thursday at 8, unless 8:30 works better for you guys. We can talk about it. We can talk about it on stage. All right, Laura, you have fun in Hawaii. Hang 10, dude. All right.
I will.
All right, I'm going to say bye. I'm going to stop the record. I'm going to end the meeting. Bye. Love ya. Okay, we're going. Bye, Lauren. Thank you, sweetie.
Bye. You're welcome.
Bye.